So it's Wednesday after 8 p.m. here in Guangzhou, China. And tonight I am going to take you guys on a stroll through my neighborhood to explore one simple question. Is China really that safe? Now, I've been living here for well, not over, but almost 6 years. So I've already had my own perspective. But I want to show you firsthand what safety feels like here in China, especially at night. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Trudy. If you're new, welcome. I create lifestyle and travel content here in China and anywhere else I might be in the world. So if this sounds like your kind of vibe, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. Meet me in the comment section. So anyway, venture with me. Let's go. So I live in a gated complex in a suburban neighborhood. Some might even call it a little village. It's quieter than the city center, but there's no disconnect because I'm surrounded by shops and supermarkets. Like across the street right there, you can see a supermarket and a gym, and there are a lot of shops. So we are going to actually exit the complex to see what is happening on the street. So the complex is actually on a hill, and we are going to walk down the hill, which is a little bit quieter, right? And the lights are dim, and you can see what it's like. You can see people are still outside. There's this one lady right there pulling a cart, and I must add, it's a massive community. Many residential buildings, and as I've said, we are still within the complex. So let's exit and see what the streets are like. One thing I like about my community is that we have a lot of trails. And let me add, I would never do this in my country. No shade, Jamaica. I would never do this in the States. All right, now I'm walking down the hill, guys, and as you can tell, it is dimly lit, right? And it's much quieter. But what is different with here and a western suburban area is that you can see a lot of cars are passing by, which actually helps you. It helps not to let you feel so lonely. So, and you still have people walking on the street. That's one thing about China. People are always outside, to be honest with you. Even if you head outside at 11, you always see people, but you don't get that scared feeling, you know what I mean? You still feel safe even in a well-lit area. And let me tell you, there are CCTVs everywhere. everywhere. So even if you're in a dimly lit area, you still have that sense of safety. Look behind me. There's no one behind me. Yes, there lights on the street, but not everywhere is brightly lit. And behind me there's actually a forest area, there's a mountain, so that can also be very creepy in some areas, in some countries, as a woman, especially walking at this time of the night by your lonesome, if you know what I mean. In the West, suburban areas are less inviting, and even when you're in the city, you're definitely being more cautious. You're watching your back to ensure that no one is following you, no one is trying to rob you or attack you at any point in time. So, yeah. And this is the contrast now, right? So as you can see, there is a shift in what the atmosphere looks like. So Chinese New Year is fastly approaching, and a lot of vendors are out selling a lot of items to just, create that festive environment. And this is all in front of a residential property here. Let me just flip my camera around so you guys can have an idea of what it looks like. So it's not your typical Wednesday, even though people are always on the street. But today, because the Chinese New Year is literally around the corner, people are literally everywhere. Literally everywhere. Let's see what they have over here. As you can see, like, there are so many items out by the vendors getting ready for the Chinese New Year. And if you don't know, red symbolizes good luck during the Chinese New Year festival. In other countries, you don't really see things like this in suburban areas. So even though, it's a special time, so there's more festivity, as you can see, the streets are the streets is vibrant, it's colorful. As I move away from the stalls, less people are around me, and still you still have a sense of safety. I still feel comfortable as a female at night here in China. As you can see, listen, look, no one is around me now. You see, no one is around me. I'm going to continue to walk further so that you guys can still have an idea of what the streets are like tonight. A lot of barbecue spots open, and these restaurants, most of them usually stay open till even 4 a.m., 5 a.m., these barbecue spots. As you can see behind me, there are many fruit stalls open, buzzing with activity as well. And these stalls, they open until very late. I even believe like at even 11 p.m., 12 a.m., these stalls are still open. Like, there's always activity going on the streets of China. Now, it might be different in rural areas, but I do live in a mega city. So even though I live in a suburban area, or what some might consider a village,
a lot. A lot is going on at night, and in all honesty, this typically happens in a lot of places. As I said, I can speak about the rural areas because I don't know what it's like living in rural China, but I can tell you that in mega cities or big cities, this is what the streets tend to be like. Now I'm gonna continue walking. I'm gonna walk all the way down to a plaza, or mall, if you wanna call it that, and see what's happening down there. So it's not like the typical luxury looking mall. It's more considered a plaza than a mall, to be honest with you. So yeah, people are out, kids are still on the street, just enjoying the atmosphere, and that's what China really gives you. It gives you a sense of community, you know what I mean? You feel that kind of community, and in some neighborhoods you'll even see, oh, I might get hit by a bike. In some neighborhoods you will even see like the elderly out at this time of the night dancing in the streets. Yep. And people who actually live in China and you subscribe to my channel, I know you can attest to what I'm talking about. By the way, it's the year of the snake. Isn't it so beautiful? Hey, ni hao. Hey. Ooh, these are the red envelopes, which are called hangbao. So beautiful. And as you can see behind me, it's a well-lit area, a barbecue spot where people are chatting, eating, just enjoying themselves. And you don't really see this in the West or suburban areas in the West. And people do this like every night, whether it's a weekday or a weeknight, just, you know, enjoying themselves. And you really do get like a sense of community. And this doesn't exist in the West. Okay, I'm kind of thirsty from all this chatting, so let's head to 7-Eleven and grab something to drink before I head back home. My drink is finished, and I purposely sat here to kill some time before I head back home. It is currently 10:03, and I am going to head back to my complex, to my apartment, and I am going to tell you if I feel any difference from when I was coming, which was an earlier time, to when I'm going back. Now, let's head out. As you can see behind me, the malls, the plaza is closing. The food stalls over here that the barbecue was happening, they're closing up as well. I still see a few customers still sitting and enjoying their meal. Streets are still busy. So not much of a difference thus far. I do believe this is the latest I've ever walked the streets of my neighborhood. Yeah, I'm more of a Dee kind of girl. I don't really walk the streets like that. Not a biker, not really a late walker. I'm a homebody, but y'all, I'm doing this for you, so go ahead and hit that like button if you haven't yet already done so, and subscribe to my channel. As you can really see, everywhere is really now closed. Everyone is inside. All the stalls are closed. And now you can really see whether or not it is safe for a female to be walking these streets at night here in China. That's about 3 different cameras that you're seeing on that light post. It's now completely quiet. Not many people are on the streets like earlier. It will take me another 10 minutes to get home. So I'm almost at the foot of the hill. It will take me about another 10 minutes to be in my apartment. I believe about 5 minutes to get up the hill. Passing that stretch again where the banks are, and passing I think there are about 5 different banks along this stretch. So still going, not many people here. If I were in another country, I would have probably started running by now. It's quiet. It's quiet. Almost up the hill. With my complex, you have to be registered to enter, so not anyone and everyone can enter. So yeah, back inside of the complex. So in about 4 more minutes, I should be in my apartment, and I'll catch you guys right there.
Just got back home. As you can see, is 10:38 p.m. So just to conclude this video, living in China is the safest I've felt as a woman. And I know that safety is dependent on many factors and not solely one thing, but I'm just speaking from my experience. Others might have different experiences, but just from my experience, I have never been to a country that I've felt this safe. I've also felt safe in Korea and Japan, but I won't lie to you. Living in China is has given me the most sense of safety. I've never felt this safe in the West. And I mean, I felt safe in other countries, but not to this level. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna end the video here. If you live in China, tell me, how do you feel walking the streets at night? Do you feel like you need to be looking over your shoulders, or do you have a sense of, do you get that sense of safety that you don't feel anywhere else in the world or in any other country, or maybe close but not the exact same? Or if you're in the West, like, do you walk by yourself at night? Do you, if you do, are you looking over your back? Do you feel like you'll be attacked at any given moment? Let me know in the comment section. And thank you guys so much for walking with me tonight. I hope if you were curious about what safety in China is like, that this video did shed some light in that area, on that topic for you. And yeah, this is where I end the video. For real, for real. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for always supporting. And if you haven't yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting on? Like, really, it's literally free 99. And don't forget to hit that like button. Until next time, guys. Toulouse. Bye.